Hey there, everybody. This is Don Evans from WatchReport.com, and today we're going to be taking a first look at the Haigh Hastings M2 diver. This is my first impressions of the watch. I have tried it on and taken a quick look at it, but beyond that, I'll be sharing my first impressions of it with this video. For the full review, with my updated thoughts and comments and all the features and history about this watch, go to the link in the description. It'll take you to WatchReport.com and you can see the full written review. Haigh Hastings is a new brand out of Perth, Australia. As of this video, I don't know a whole lot about them, and that's kind of the way I like to go initially into the video and the review, which is just base it on the watch itself and what the watch is. So let's take a quick look here at it. Now, this is a 44 millimeter case. It has 22 millimeter lugs. The price, which will fluctuate, the price is in Australian on the site. It'll fluctuate with the conversion, but the price is just about 500 USD, and the price is different depending on which strap options you choose. And I'll show you here in a minute. They sent me a bunch of different colors of straps and different styles here that are available, whether you purchase the watch with one of the straps or you can order extra straps as well. So we'll show you those in a minute. First impressions of it and taking a look at it, it honestly looks like a Benares Remora 2, if anybody is familiar with that watch. And like an Armida A1 had a love child. While that might sound funny, that's just what it reminds me of. It's kind of a cross between the two of them. You have a large date cut out there for the date. Your hour hand is a stick marker, somewhat reminiscent of Sin. And then your minute hand is the large sword hand done in orange. The crown is bead blasted, where the rest of the case is brushed. So that's a different choice. I don't think I've seen too many do a different finish on the crown versus the rest of the case. At least not like this, where the whole case is brushed and there's no bead blasting anywhere else on the watch. Crown is not signed either. Rather kind of plain case back. The movement being used is a Seiko NH35. I mean, taking a quick look at it here, there's nothing wrong with the case back. But for the $500 price point these days, we are seeing a lot of more ornate case backs being done. The bezel is aluminum, and it's not loomed or anything, and it is a standard aluminum bezel. At face value, I like the look of the watch. I like the cutout here for the strap and the lugs. I like the case shape. Let's check out the bezel. Slight amount of play in the bezel, but not a lot. So you can see that play right there though. And then kind of locks back in once you get into position. Let's unscrew the crown here. little bit of wobble, but nothing too bad. Nothing that makes me feel that the crown's going to... there's wobble, but it doesn't feel loose, like that there's going to be an issue with the crown. Of course, that's something that, you know, you can only know really over long-term use. Now, you're going to see something that's a little odd, and I found this a little odd, and I do, as of this video, not have confirmation. I can't imagine that it was an accident. I imagine this is done on purpose. You're going to see one hole here, and this is from where I put the watch on. Now, underneath, and I apologize, I was wearing the watch a little bit, and that's one thing. I actually think this is good to show. The back, as you could see, has this grippy texture, and it seems I wiped this down before I started this video, and I washed it and wiped it down, and it seems that this grippy texture here catches everything, seems to hold everything. So when you clean this, you're gonna have to use a brush, which is something I should have done. But I think it's good because it actually, I don't know if you want to call it a flaw or whatever, but you will have to use a brush to clean this down. It seems like it's gonna hold lint and dirt and whatever right in there. But as you can see on the back here, you have your holes for the strap, but they're not on the front. Well, this is what happens when you put it on the wrist. Okay, so I pulled it to here, and then I just pushed through, and it ended up putting that hole. So what this is effectively doing is giving you a very nice clean strap. These are Italian rubber straps. You know, they don't pick up the lint or the dirt. But at least this side doesn't. The back side does because of the texture on there. So this is something I've never seen before, really, is this, you know, clean design for a strap and one hole. Now, the only problem with something like this is let's just say if you ended up wanting to sell the watch, as many watch enthusiasts do, and, you know, for whatever reason, you know, a couple of months or whatever, you wanted to sell the watch. Now it is going to have a hole here, and if the person you sell it to has a different size wrist, they're going to have a hole up here, or they're going to have a hole up here, you know, whatever. So, while I like the clean look, I'm not sure that that was the best choice to do for a strap. Now, here's a real quick look here, and when you go to the full written review on watchreport.com, I'm going to show you, I will show you, I'm not going to put it on every single one, but I will show you a look at least 2 different colors of the straps. You have an orange, you have a yellow, you have more of a army or OD green, you have a very bright fluorescent green, you have a black, and this one is a 2-piece strap, and it is camouflage. Now, these all come with the dive buckle, and you're going to see, yeah, you're going to have to cut this. So these will need to be cut to be able to get a fit. These are very nice, though. They have that same texturing on the back. Now, you could see, these were not even used. These were not worn. They have been stored in the plastic. And take a look at that. You see that? It just, that diamond grippy texture that's on the back of all these straps just will catch anything. So that's something to keep in mind. Probably would have to use a brush to clean these out as well. But there is your first look at the Haigh Hastings M2 Diver. Go to the link in the description. Check out the full written review. That is going to be my full comprehensive review. I will update that, you know, with more of my thoughts and feelings and all the specifications of this watch and all the features of it, the history of the brand and everything else. So check that out. Leave a like or a comment here on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed to the Watch Report YouTube channel. Thank you for taking a look at this video, and I'll be coming at you with another video next week.